I'm back. Yeah, if you haven't watched for a bit, we did this. And I'm gonna have to keep on doing other things. One of the things is there are some rooms on both sides. I guess I'll do... I can do these ones first on this side. I'm gonna make the small rooms into... because they are kind of... I'll turn them into bedrooms on the other side. Here, I'll just have, like, some studies, I guess. Like, you know, one thing here. Really would not want to have that go off in here. Ought to be a disaster. Just like that. Then over here, maybe another one. Oh, we'll need a lot more bookshelves. And then... Yeah, I'll do it like this. Right? Yeah, I think that looks nice. Yeah. One fun thing about this game, and it is the most fun part, definitely, is just kind of having to figure stuff out by yourself, you know? Because if you aren't gonna figure it out, nobody will. There's no true, there's no correct way of building something. Yeah, we're out of bookshelves already. The only way to, like, correctly build something is to be satisfied with it. You know? I guess the example that counters this is, like, a farm. But, I'm talking, like, obviously for the creative stuff. Not even gonna start on the other two, because we need more bookshelves. Yeah, but now... I'm gonna have to, like, relearn the muscle memory, but now this is gonna be so much nicer. Yeah, to just go down and go back up. So I had a bunch of wood somewhere. First of all, I want some more books. Then there's the wood. I had some of the eucalyptus, sure. I have to preserve the spruce because we need more of it. But I don't have to preserve the oak. There'll always be more oak. Always? What do you mean? There's always going to be more trees to chop down. The forests go on forever. Incredible. But realistically, I mean, what's the harm in just using all the wood we have? There's always more of it to chop down in this game. A part of me feels like it would be kind of interesting to have, like, actual... I don't want to say preservation mechanics, because that's not what I mean, but, like, actual, mechanics where you have to kind of limit what you're doing. Otherwise, like, if you chop down too many trees at once... this is a... do something else here. You chop down way too many trees at once, and, they're not gonna grow back as quickly. Because nowadays in Minecraft, if you need wood, just plant a bunch of it and come down in a few, like, honestly, minutes to chop it down. And doing it that way, I mean, on one hand, it is fun, but on the other hand, it's not realistic. Now, which one of these is more important? Obviously fun, it's a video game. But a part of me thinks adding maybe a bit more environmental management could make stuff a little bit more infrastructure-y, I guess. There we go. So, going to the other side now, I'll want to actually have... So, the idea I had was that, like, there will be, you know, sorta... I'll show you what I was thinking a little bit later, but let's do these first. So, the bed will go, like, over here. No, wait. Maybe... Oh, I'll need wood. We'll place the standard bookshelf, like, over here. Yeah, then the bed goes like this, and then I do, like, Wow! Where have I seen this before? And this goes over here. Yeah, we will need a lot more wood. But yeah, my idea would be to have, like, some more, let's call them group rooms. Like, you know, if you would imagine... like, guest bedrooms or whatever. I don't know, like, bunk beds. I have no clue how many people would even... Like, this mansion probably has way too much and way too little space at the same time. We'll see. Still haven't done any, like, bathrooms or whatever, so... Like, right now, this is like a 20-bedroom, 1-bathroom, like, house, because this is the only one. Yeah, so I'm gonna go down and chop the spruce, I guess. I think I also mentioned this before, but part of me wishes I made the walls thick enough, with enough, like, thickness that I could slide down somehow, but no, I did not think of that. And it's too late to change the design. Anyways, yeah. You know, one thing which I was thinking of... Okay. One thing which I was thinking about was, basically, like... Okay. Just... Okay, so I assume if you're watching, like, this, you probably like Minecraft. But one thing which I was trying to think about is just, like... There's something specific about, the newer games that I was kind of struggling with, right? And I feel like an issue with the newer versions of the game that I have is that they are very, how do I say this? They're very smoothed over. Like, a lot of the things that Mojang adds are decent, but they don't feel that Minecrafty, you know? Like, the Happy Ghast is nice, I really like it, but... it's not something that's convenient enough for me to use, you know? Maybe if it was, like, 50% faster and in beta Minecraft, that could actually, you know... Having a way to tame a ghast in this game would be really cool, but in modern Minecraft, I mean... I have shulker boxes, and I can just use an elytra. What do you need a ghast for? You know, the truth is, I mean, I guess you could use it for building, but still, like, it's one of those things where I feel like a lot of it, you know, mechanics don't really mesh that well together. Meanwhile, in, you know, beta's simpler, so you have so much less to worry about. Like, you know, for instance, durability. There's no real way to repair your tools past, like, putting a diamond to fix, like, a diamond tool by, like, 33% or something, you know? Like, there's that, but, like, there's no reason you would really want to do that when you can just, you know, normally just make a new one. So all of those, you know, mechanics are just kind of, you know, I guess there if you want them. But in the newer games, it's just, like, in the newer versions, it's just kind of, eh. It's not very fun. This is fun. And I feel like a lot of the, issues I find, I guess what kills my creativity in the modern versions is that I feel like there's simultaneously a very large amount of function that you need, but you also don't have that much function. Right? Like, in these games, for instance, I basically don't need any infrastructure for anything. Meanwhile, in the modern versions, you know, you definitely do. But even so, in the modern versions, you also really don't need that much infra for anything either. It just kind of feels that way. Because, oh, you need a farm for this, you need a farm for that. So, when you're doing, and because you can gather and mine stuff so much faster, it kind of makes a lot of, like, the building you do in a modern version on a much larger scale, where everything has to go fast, everything has to be kind of, you know, done at a more breakneck pace, and it gets tiring. Meanwhile, in these versions, you know, both of them are block by block. You know, both of them, you know, follow the same stupid rules. But in old Minecraft, block by block is way more block by block, honestly. In the modern versions, it's like block by block, but, you explode every single block so quickly, you know? Honestly, I think a part of it is that building is the same speed it always has, but mining has gotten faster in a per block basis, and that's not very fun. Honestly, what I would do, if I had to, was, like, take the... Like, just take the current game, like, the current modern Minecraft, and all I would change is, like, give the late game player a few more, like, things that they can do to, like, you know, build faster. Because I think that's honestly the main issue with the game. Building is just kind of really slow in comparison. Plus, Minecraft already has some weirdo RPG mechanics. Why not, like, be, you know, for instance, you know, in the endgame, there is no use for emeralds. I mean, I guess, yeah, you can trade with villages, but why? What does that accomplish? So what if you could straight up pay villages to, like, do really basic, you know, shapes for you, like, a fill tool on, you know, like the, filler or quarry in fucking Buildcraft. But instead you have to pay the villagers and give them equipment. And every single time, of course, you would be trading your existing infrastructure for time. Because, you know, it's obviously gonna be faster for them to do it than for you to do it. But for yourself, I mean, you could probably do it basically for free, considering you have netherite tools that have mending on them. Meanwhile, those guys need, like, let's say they can only handle, you know, up to diamond tools or whatever, or, like, iron tools, just to limit them a little bit more. Or, like, you know, you could have a lot of limitations there that could be really interesting. But, of course, no. No. What you need is to have, like... we don't do that here, because... I don't know why. I don't know. It's just the block by block thing where it's just dumb. Like, the villager idea isn't even that thought out. I'm pretty sure you can poke holes in it really easily because it essentially just relies on, oh, the player will be fine with, like, you know, the villagers doing basic things for them. Which, obviously, you know, some people would be really opposed to that, but, like, who cares? You don't have to use the mechanic if you don't want to. I'd find it really useful because then you have a reason to build infra if you want. And if you don't want it, well, then just don't build it. I think it would completely follow the Minecraft style. Now, the thing which I talked about earlier about, like, multi-bedroom rooms is going to, come into discussion back there and over here. Because, let me just try something. If I do this... Nope. Nope. No. Oh, it's gonna be real fun if I break the bed. Okay, so I can't place a bed on a bed. If I place this, break this, and put a... Okay. So that's not gonna work that well unless I put this over like that. Okay. Well, my idea was to have, at least... We'll put it over on that end. Like, one room with a lot of beds... Or I guess maybe not a lot of beds, but like, maybe I could split it into 2 rooms and, or like 2 halves. I'll see. Huh. That's only 2 blocks. I'll open this up, I guess. And we have to open that as well. And then I'll just come in later and fix it. But that's just so I know how to build this for now. So, what we can do, I guess, is... So what I'm thinking, right? Is if these are, like, some rich people, and if they have kids that are kinda... Or, like, no, this could be the place for the staff, right? Like, who... Yeah, like... Oh, then we'll want to, like, squeeze this against the wall, right? Like, yeah. So this will be, like, for the people who maintain. We won't have it on both sides. But yeah, like, you know, for the people who maintain the stuff, you know, the cooks, the chef, you know, because they also need a place to obviously live, but not under the same fanciful conditions, only solid conditions. Because I only have 4 beds, I'm just gonna do this and put this up here. So this will be enough for 8 people. I don't know if that'd be enough for a mansion this big. So I may just put this on both wings. Sorry, on like both sides, I'll see. Then because the window will go over here, we could have like... Yeah, like some kind of sizable tables, honestly. Wait, this is only 2 blocks wide, right? Yeah. Oh! Oops. Thankfully, it can't catch me because it's slow and stupid and it's going to die doing this. Watch this, watch this, watch this. Well, let's kill the spider without killing it. Come here, come here. Because it keeps trying to, like, follow me, and because it's wider than me, in order to follow me, it has to climb up the building. So what I can do is I can do this, and then... Come here. Oi. Huh? Yeah, but you can see it had low health. Why did it stop? Weirdo. Anyways, yeah, let's head back up. Actually, no, let's get this stuff that I will need to fix the windows. Another thing which I thought about was, like, You know, I think, honestly, the issue with Minecraft is that it can't commit to any bit. You know, they want to be a game which has a little something for everyone, but it never does that much with it. Oh yeah, side note, I've been considering playing through either Bros U or something similar. I'll see, I don't know. I enjoyed playing through the first 3 games, but I don't know. U's always been a little bit weird. Plus, I don't know. An issue I have, I don't know if this is like a me problem, but like, I'm unable to play games on a controller if I've drank Coca-Cola that day. I don't know. It may be like, I don't know. It may just be the fact that my body really hates the tiniest bit of caffeine, and it really doesn't want me to drink any of it. That's what I assume happens, but like... oops. Whatever, we'll see. It's hard to explain why it happens, and it's only with that. I wish Coca-Cola Zero was 0 caffeine and not 0 sugar. Okay. I'm fine with the, like, mind control serum. I mean that as a joke. I mean that as a joke. I mean that as a joke. But no, seriously, like... I don't know. It just, I don't know how to explain the feeling. It's just... I don't know. I don't understand how people can drink energy drinks. It doesn't even... The issue is, right? It doesn't even... Okay, I'm back. So, what was it doing? Oh yeah, fixing the windows. Anyways, yeah, I don't know how people can fucking drink caffeine. Maybe it's a skill issue on my part. Who knows? By far the craziest part is, I'm not alone in that. You know who's also crazy? The jungler. Honestly, one of the funniest bits that I've seen is just mispronouncing the Joker. I don't know. It's one of the... There are so many things which I find really funny, but are just way too stupid to actually be funny. I don't know why they're funny, but I sure as hell do laugh. So it is actually funny. I don't know. Maybe it shows I'm a little bit crazy. No, probably not. I don't know. The joke has been ruined by the internet. But I feel like without the internet, nobody would care. You know? I mean, if the jungler wasn't, like, you know, messed with in so many ways, would anybody really care? Except, okay, I guess superhero movie fans, sure, but, like, I guess Batman fans. But would most people really care if, like, the jungler wasn't, like, you know, just memed to hell and back? Because what else is there, like, to the character? I guess there is some stupid plot. And honestly, I'm not a Batman scholar, so take this for, like, don't take this as a, if you don't know anything about it, don't take it as me shitting on the franchise and saying it's bad. If you are a fan of the franchise, don't take this as me shitting on the franchise and calling it bad, but man, I do not understand what Batman's deal is. The thing which I'm referring to is like, oh, I can't kill the Joker, it's what separates me from him. The Joker blows people up for fun, and you stop the Joker from blowing people up for fun. Like, I really dislike those kinds of narratives. I think I may turn this into something else. I really dislike those kinds of narratives where it's like, oh, I can't stop the bad guy, or I'll be as bad as him. When the person is clearly not, you know, as bad as him when he does it, you know? It's stupid. And I don't consider it particularly good writing. Unless it's like an actual, like, the one thing which I would, you know, if it was written like, you know, I guess, I don't know how the new Batman movie, like the one that's all serious is. Like, but isn't he like a hero or whatever, right? Like, I could imagine if you wanted to write this properly, it'd be like, you know, you would have to not write Batman as the hero, but as, like, you know, what he actually is. And in that context, which may be what the, like, serious one went for, I think it can work really well. But with, like, the common interpretation, I guess, of Batman, it's like, I can't permanently, you know, save Gotham. It would make me just as bad as the people trying to destroy it, or whatever. Maybe they fixed it, and maybe all my complaints are moot. I hope they are. But still, like, it's just the way it is, I guess. It's not like I'm good at writing. Most of the time, I can have a really good concept, but I have no experience in, like, stitching a concept together into a coherent full thing. Even if I think there's value in it, sometimes, even if I think there's a lot of value in it, it's, kinda hard. It's kinda like the, what I suffer from is, like, if you've ever seen people talk about games which have, like, a lot of, you know, technical debt, or, like, feature creep, I have an issue which is, like, idea creep, where, I just have ideas. I'm the ideas guy. I'm the ideas guy, but, my ideas... I don't have any bricks. Fuck. You know, but all of my ideas are, kind of, you know, they're not very... I guess I mean, I would say they are developed, it's just I don't have, enough skill to, you know, I guess, drag them out, I guess? Because, I'll be real with you, like, it's not like... my writing skills are shit, but, there are no rules in writing, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. I don't like it when a story just drags its fucking feet, you know? I'm not a fan of Russian literature, which, if you've ever seen that one meme where it's, like, the Chudjak and he's like, nothing ever happens. That's it. You've seen Russian literature. In some form, at least. Because, really, nothing ever happens in it. Brothers Kazmarov, like, nothing happens for the first 5 billion pages. Crime and Punishment, the event happens. The rest of the book is just... I don't even know how to fuck it. I skipped it. I didn't... Okay, sorry, Mrs. Name left blank. I did never read the book. I tried. I gave it my best shot. I gave it my all, but I just couldn't handle how fucking boring it was. Yeah, I don't know. I just like it when things happen, okay? Because when it's like, oh yeah, and then they go about talking with each other for 50 fucking minutes and nothing ever happens. Oh, but we can see the characters' inner world. Well, yeah, but so many stories let you see the characters' inner world without forcing you to, like, sit there and fucking waste your time. You don't have to, like, show us someone's inner state of mind with like an extremely dull and boring, just like, oh, now they go here, now they go over there. No. Maybe I just don't understand good art. Maybe I have to talk to an arbiter of what it means to make good art. Maybe that's an elitist framework, and maybe a lot of old pieces of literature don't hold up. And maybe a lot of stuff that's heralded as great should be heralded as great from the context of the thing's existence, and not just, you know, flat great. I watched a video with a title that I would normally not click on unless I was extremely drunk, and I don't drink. So, the video title was like, why does Gen Z hate Mario 64? And a part of me felt like, wow, there's a non-zero chance that this is about me. And thankfully it wasn't, because if it was, I mean, I wouldn't have responded to it. Fucking... If it's funny enough, I may bring it up eventually, but no. The video was actually great because it was written by a film student. And he compared Mario specifically, but I think it works for many other games, to Citizen Kane. And now, obviously, a lot of the people who are watching this probably only know... The only Kane you guys know is from the hit video game Kane and Lynch 2. Which, yeah, it's not that. It's the movie. And I never did this room. I don't even have the books for it. Oops. And the thing with Kane and Lynch 2 is that it's not Citizen Kane 2, but the thing with Citizen Kane 2 is that it did a lot of things that are now considered completely normal first, you know? So when taken from a modern perspective, the movie's kind of boring, though it still feels a little modern, right? But that's the point. It was the first movie to feel modern in that specific way. I can't do the video justice, but it was genuinely brilliant for that specific reason. And honestly, you know what? I think there's a good place to cut the tape, because I need to go hunting for zombies so we can make beds. So yeah, I'll continue the story next time. Bye-bye.